In a minute, I guess.
Okay. Good morning. Good Friday morning.
Good morning, everybody. 12/12/2025.
Wow. Oh my God. Woo! Another day in paradise. What are you guys reading, watching, listening to, thinking, and how are you creating a better day for humanity every single day? We're healing our humanity, brothers and sisters.
It's 46 degrees in Central Florida.
It's, well, I don't know what it is here. It's colder. Colder.
I'm sure. You're up in Syracuse. Is there snow on the ground?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's snowing. Let's see what it says here. Oh, here.
19.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Lake effect snow. Expected to last until 7 a.m. today. And tomorrow it's going to be 20 degrees with snow.
So let us know where you're watching from and if you want to put what temperature it is where you are.
Well, that's today.
And if there's snow or not. And then hashtag KMT for t-shirt I saw.
Yes.
If you have any questions about anything, put them in the chat. We have an open Q&A today, unless we have a guest that pops up. And
who's a pop-up guest? I guess we could put our link to today's live and put a pop-up guest. You know, depending who shows up, we'll pop them in. I like the pop-up guests.
If any of you wants to come on to say something, ask something, to tell us anything.
Improve our lives. Improve our lives. That's what we want to do. How do we all improve our lives? Our favorite tip.
Do you have any announcements, Alia?
The team and I, with Dr. Nelson, we are working on the on-demand version of the Mighty Tribe Kiltz Health certification course. And so that's going to be available most likely mid-January. So anyone can start anytime. You won't have to wait for the 13 weeks. So that's almost done.
Yeah, it is really amazing, empowering everyone to have the knowledge of the doctors and become the doctor, essentially for yourself. I believe, and you know, I'm supposed to say we're not your doctors, and you've got to seek a doctor's advice. But I'm going to tell you that the knowledge, the access to information is there for nothing. Essentially, and we want to empower everyone to take charge and change their lives, and then the lives of our brothers and sisters. I was listening to Blind Spot by Marty McCary this morning on my drive in the snow to work with me and the snow plows, and the medical system is just not made for truly what we're here for, is to heal people. And I know Dr. Nelson and myself spent a lot of time, money to become doctors, and then realized that we're just part of the pushing pharmaceuticals, and it's not. It's sad. One of my employees, everyone, so many cancers these days, and it's sad. It's just sad, and we've got to make some changes. For sure.
However, Dr. Kiltz, will you do it again if you knew, you know, if you could go back and still retain your memory? You know, we're playing Back to the Future. Will you go to medical school again and do it all over again?
I absolutely would go to medical school again. But I would really work to integrate all the things we're learning here and really work to change the systems, or at least you got to know all sides in this. But certainly, I do still standard medicine, but I do a lot of non-standard medicine. But yeah, I would do it again, and I'm going to stay in it, because my intention in staying in this until the day they put me in the grave or they put me in the fire is to keep sharing opposite ideas. Why do we need so much blood testing? Maybe we don't. Maybe it's making us.
I think it's part of the nature of, you become a doctor because you want to discover people's problems and solve them. And maybe we're taking a little bit of a different view of what we should be doing. But I think the testing thing is not an intentional thing that degrades into expensive treatments or pills or medications, but I think we're trying to figure out the root of the cause. Maybe we're looking at the wrong place, because the first thing we need to look at is probably food. And we're considering nowadays anything that you could put in your mouth that's not going to kill you immediately, food. And it's probably doesn't even qualify as a good nutritional thing.
That's right. Should we get to some of these questions here?
Sure.
That's for Dr. Nelson or Dr. Kiltz. What's your favorite temp, New York or San Diego?
Well, if I had to pick between those two, and I've been in both places, it's San Diego. Because San Diego is almost a flat line in terms of temperature throughout the year. It's very nice. Wouldn't move to San Diego, but we're going to be in San Diego in January.
Upstate New York, it's perfect temperature always.
Yeah, enjoy.
I'll be back. I'll be in Austin on Wednesday.
That's right.
And then I'll be either back here or down in Sarasota Thursday.
Are you going to stay down there for Christmas?
Probably. I don't know yet.
All right.
I don't know yet.
Next.
Okay. Dr. Kiltz, my sister-in-law is pregnant and told by her doctor not to eat egg yolk and only white. Is it true? Eat high fiber food.
Completely opposite. The American College of OBGYN recommends plant-based diet, red wine for pregnant lactating women. And fiber is fartable. So yeah, no. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, salt. That's the magic diet that we've been sharing. I highly recommend it. We're basically lied to by the lions that want to keep us sheep. Here's Kiltz's recommended diet: bacon, eggs, but it's the baby's diet. It's pronounced babies. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt, and yeah, no, they're trying to kill us. I just patient almost died recently because she had preeclampsia, C-section, almost bled to death. And my bet is it's all plants. Plants are poisons for humans. And is hospital food good, by the way, Dr. Nelson?
Well, it depends who you ask. If you asking me, no, because even on a diabetic patient, they'll load them up with carbohydrates on their meals. So then they have to be chasing their blood sugars with on-demand insulin cover to treat the blood sugar that went up because of the food they fed the patient.
Dr. Nelson, are plants and sugar glucose products required in the human diet?
They're not required in the human diet, whether body uses it or what it uses it for, it's another question. But no, they're not required on a human diet. We do have the science says that there are certain vitamins, minerals, proteins, fats that are essential, because if you don't consume them, you develop disease and could eventually die. But we haven't found that plant or that carbohydrate that you don't consume it, you die.
I mean, basically, plants are never required in the human diet. Food is. You can't eat plants. You can't eat animals. What poisons come in a ribeye steak?
I keep testing that. I still haven't found anything.
What are we giving away today?
We're giving away this T-shirt.
All right.
So our ambassadors are representing us all over the world and representing health for everyone.
KMT, Kiltz Mighty Tribe, and it's led by the King Nelson and Queen Alia, which is here to roam the world and bring health and mighty messages to all of us.
I am the king of my house, and I have permission from Nelly to say so.
Aww. Let's do the next question. Lena from Facebook, does being on a carnivore cause increase of protein in urine?
Even though, Dr. Kiltz thinks all science is incorrect, and I do understand his point. We don't have much else to lean on sometimes. And I'm glad that most of the studies that I have seen lately, especially, and there are some that are not that recent that show the same. When you have a healthy kidney, you can take it. Now, our diet shouldn't exactly be high protein. If you are carnivore, you need to be eating fatty meat, and the focus of your diet should be both, not one of the two only, because you need both. But a high protein diet, low fat, is not exactly the best, I think. And we know Dr. Kiltz thinks so too.
Well, we know that rabbit starvation and protein poisoning is true. Many of our carnivore brothers and sisters are ketovores, eat lean meat. They don't eat the fat. And I'm just imagining, that we're
now, it could be as a temporary way of eating for someone who has excess fat on their body. Might be okay for a while because you do have a lot of fat in your body but no, in general, low carb, high fat. And as far as what we put in our mouth, as close as zero carbs, of course. All foods have some carbs, but
plants are animals. That's really the what we're talking about here. You either eat plants or animals, and a high protein lean meat diet will increase your protein in the urine. But can that also damage the liver, which will then cause issues with cirrhotic issues and brain problems? My brain is thinking of the name for some reason. Oh my God, it'll come to me in a second. It takes me a while to find it these days at 70. Hepatic encephalopathy. What is that?
Well, that's an end stage problem with liver cirrhosis, and
But could we all be suffering from some form of hepatic encephalopathy related to insulin resistance, brain fog, which there's sort of this space in between you're really sick and you're really well. There's all these things happening inside of our bodies in the gut, 3 to 6 meals a day and filling our gut with digestible food from the day you're born to the day you die creates a lot of misery, a lot of bloating, a lot of farting, a lot of burping.
yeah. Did you put the link, Ali, in the chat?
I did put the link in the chat, but I also got an email that our guest didn't get the link, which was sent on Monday. So I just resent it. I hope he's getting my emails because I'm getting his. So
Okay.
there we go. Let's just wait a couple minutes to see if he arrives here.
Next question.
This is from Karen McMath. Faith-focused food freedom. This is Karen McMath setting up a YouTube channel. Question regarding my son's insulin. With fasting insulin of 14.8, why does his urine analysis show trace ketones?
Sometimes ketones in the urine could be being behind influence on someone. I'm talking to someone who's not follow a low carbohydrate diet of any kind. Okay. Usually ketones are 0 in the urine unless you're restricting carbs in your diet. Okay. So ketones show up with dehydration and other kidney problems. A trace ketone on one urinalysis means absolutely nothing.
I mean, number one is ketones are always there because there's always some small amounts. They just happen to be in higher amounts. But I guess the question is, what is your son eating? What's his food? And all these measurements are very imperfect because I may be on, and it's a high fat diet. Isn't it true that keto, paleo, carnivore are supposed to be high fat diets? And
but he's not at the moment on any type of low carb. Karen is asking a question that has carried over 3 or 4 live streams or Zoom calls.
Come on in. I'll be right back, everyone.
Okay. I'm feeling really bad that my email is not making it over to our guest for some reason. Oh, and Dr. Nelson left. All right, let me see if I can attempt this next question.
No, I don't leave. I just blocked the camera to drink my coffee.
Oh, I don't block the camera to drink my coffee. Oh my God. Let's see here. I understand glucose and glutamine feed cancer. What about fake sugars?
Well, I think the question is, should you be consuming any fake sugar?
Yeah.
Now, there's a difference between fake sugars, which I would say artificial sweeteners, and then there are some of the sweeteners that are used that are natural. Okay, monk fruit, for example. Yeah, monk fruit, for example, is a natural sugar because it comes from plant, and allulose as well. And they have a different impact on your blood sugars and the amount of calories you're consuming from them. So if you must use a sweetener of some kind, allulose probably at the moment seems to be probably the best. It's still plant derived, comes from plants. But the fake sugars, sugar alcohols, and all the artificial sweeteners, probably you shouldn't be eating them. And As far as the cancer, of course, glucose and glutamine do feed the cancer. It does happen to be that our body produces glucose, and glutamine is the most common amino acid in our diet as well. So it's a difficult thing, and of course, you're asking this, you must know about Dr. Thomas Seyfried's work. So I would encourage you to look at his lecture in Boston with Healing Humanity and Kiltz Health, because he explained everything right there. And we do have that in our channel, Alia, right?
We have it on our channel, and Dr. Seyfried is going to be, Professor Seyfried is going to be in our Kiltz Mighty Tribe on January 8th to speak on one of our Zoom calls.
Yeah. And so, I mean, all these alternative sugars, I mean, we don't know they're still may be harmful for our body in any significance or frequency. Would you agree?
I'm sorry?
Are the alternative sugars harmless?
At the moment, we think they do, but you know, I use allulose. My wife likes allulose with the monk fruit. Why? Monk fruit has a sweeter taste than just allulose. Allulose has I don't know, 50 to 75% the sweetness of the real sugar. They're both naturally derived from plants, so they still come from plants. But if you're gonna use a sweetener between an artificial sweetener and we could say equal is completely manufactured, right? Saccharin and some of the other artificial sweeteners, definitely do not use them in your diet. Monk fruit doesn't come by itself. Usually monk fruit comes with erythritol, which is a sugar alcohol. Probably not the best one to use. Monk fruit does come with allulose, and I don't think you find monk fruit come 100% by itself. But
did we get this?
They might be the better options. They're not. There's a lot we don't know. So, you know,
minimize to maximize.
Allulose also has some GLP-1 effects. You know, a little bit of stimulation, but a carnivore diet it elevates your GLP-1.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I've started using powdered glycine in my coffee instead of stevia and ads. I mean, these are all manufactured industrial products, no doubt about it, right? And so we don't know any.
Well, the glycine might be better than the stevia. Stevia, by the way, of course, was used as birth control.
Well, again,
so it does have some effect on our hormonal.
My point a little bit is we can't say. Well, I mean, what are the health benefits? I mean, obviously, you're using less cane sugar or not at all. Maybe cane sugar though in small amounts, like you use glycine in small amounts, maybe also less harmful. I don't know. It's sort of a big one. Why do some people live longer? Other people get disease. I mean, I really think that all of these products, we enjoy them, but they're not a substitute and are going to make us healthier or live longer.
Yeah. So we could discuss, specific things, whether they're good or not for you. Now, I'm a fan of tracking your blood sugar. Whatever you put in your body, look at your blood sugar and see what's doing to your blood sugar, especially if you're diabetic or have any other problems with.
But if you simply went to a strict Lions diet, you're
not going to have that problem.
Even bacon, eggs, butter, beef, salt, and stay away from all that added stuff and eat less frequently. You don't need to measure anything. You don't need to. These are things that
we were talking about fasting yesterday with Jenny before you came, because Goran does prolonged fasting of 10 to 14 days almost every month. And it's part of what he uses. So a lot of people, and we do have currently someone who might be here. Jerry is on her 40-day fast annually. I haven't looked to see if she's on, but
it's mindful strengthening. Number one, it gives you food freedom. You know, we do a 2 to 3 every month, 5 to 7 quarterly. Dr. Nelson and I did 15 for me and 22 for him. He's more powerful and stronger than I am. He's got a better avatar anyway.
What dates are we doing in January?
Probably.
What?
The dates for the fast, so people can join.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think like the second week. I usually start, my last meal is Sunday. My next meal is either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, following week. So,
well, January 6th, and 40 days later is my birthday.
Wow. Jerry, Carnivore in the Woods, Jerry Griggs, she's going to join us on January 12th at the end of her 40-day fast. So that'll be very fun. Crazy Chicky, thank you so much for your super chat.
We appreciate all of this. Is just a place right back into the system that we can continue to provide what I hope is quality content, education, knowledge, to give all of us the power of the lion.
Nikki is asking about stevia. Stevia has been traditionally used as a natural contraceptive in some cultures. In particular, may affect male fertility.
Well, plants, and if you think about the yam, and from Mexico was the first product that the pharmaceutical companies made the birth control pill with, and so ancient medicinal medicine has been around for thousands of years, and they healed with bone broth, and they killed you with an herbal concoction.
Yeah. So what happens is plants have a lot of substances that are very similar to the animal hormones that we have in our body, right? But they mimic that hormone in our body, but interfere with the normal metabolism of our hormones. So they're hormone disruptors. And, you know, the classic example is, where did birth control pills come from? By the way, they were unknowingly tested in Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico in the 1950s.
Oh, wow.
Without proper patient concern. That's another story for another day.
I was talking to Urban yesterday, Dr. Urban, really great conversation. And we were talking about genotypes for ApoE2, 3, or 4. And I asked the question, well, if you're ApoE22, does that mean nobody with an ApoE22 gets Alzheimer's?
Yeah, well, you're asking a pointed question, but it doesn't work that way.
No, we know it doesn't. We know it doesn't. And so if
we can assign higher risk to people with certain genetic profiles, but you don't walk around knowing what your genetic Apo markers are, right?
But let's have everyone get their Apo markers, right? Get their ApoE, whether they're 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 2-4, 3-4, 4-4. And then what do you do about that if you know those things?
Follow a carnivore diet in any case.
Which is what you should do anyway, right?
Yeah.
There. It's kind of like
I believe Nick Norwitz has a couple of those bad markers, but that doesn't mean they will express themselves, right? This is where nature and nurture.
And that's why science can be scary.
Yes.
Now we have all these genetic testing, and oh my God, you have BRCA gene, and you're going to get cancer. It's not.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, with that specific example, Dr. Kiltz, you can never say 100% of the time, 100% of the people will get anything.
Right.
But certainly, the numbers are more impressive or larger, significant for certain things. And you just mentioned one of them. That doesn't mean everyone that has that BRCA gene is going to get cancer, but then the odds are impressive. And I don't blame any women who have, it's more frequent in women, that have that BRCA gene and decides, I'm having a bilateral radical mastectomy. I don't want to even take the 1% risk, let alone whatever. Do you know what the risk is?
No, but what is the risk of the surgery and the treatments that go along with that?
No, you're absolutely right. Everything carries a risk.
Everyone, right? Everything has a risk. I mean, the risk is we are absolutely going to physically pass on to the fertilizer world, food or fertilizer world, but spiritually, electromolecularly, energetically, we're eternal beings.
Correct.
We are the masters of the universe. Life is a game of no mercy. Mercy, please. We are hunters. We are gladiators. We are mighty lions. ApoE gene testing does not absolutely predict disease risk. It only indicates susceptibility for Alzheimer's as having the risk associated with ApoE4 variant doesn't guarantee you'll develop the disease, and many with it never get it. I just want us all scientists to understand science. It's a predictability, but not a don't go to Vegas on this one.
Yeah, it's not absolute. Even the classic example, everybody knows cigarette smoking causes cancer, right? Well, the numbers are 10 to 20% on cancer. There are many other things people will have a higher risk, but many people smoke throughout their lives and never got any of those problems. Maybe they got one of the minor problems, not the severe ones like severe COPD or cancer. So, you could switch the statistic around. If 10 to 20% get cancer, that means 80 to 90% don't get cancer. So you could look at it positively and say, hey, you can smoke. Only, 80 to 90% of you won't get cancer.
I mean, life is 100% deadly. In the meantime, let's enjoy it. Let's get online and let's draw pictures. Let's make pottery and music and go to lives and go to events and meetups and things. And okay, man, you had a Caesar salad last week. Don't lose your shirt over it.
Catherine is saying CAC score. I had a CAC score last December, and she mentioned that it was 1,400 and want to check this year. Insurance doesn't cover. Do I need a referral from my primary care physician?
So insurances usually don't cover it, and don't ever pay that amount for that test, because if you look around, you can find it for $50.
Yeah,
or
you can get
$100.
self-pay on everything, discounts always. But the question is, so I recently, there's a huge business in stenting and convincing all of us to get a CAC score or get your full lipoprotein panel or cholesterol panel. We have not proven one bit that any of those things
Did you ever get yours, by the way?
No.
The
Because
NMR
once
panel,
again,
you
I'm
never
realizing
got the lipoproteins? Okay.
I was listening to Marty McCary. I mean, even in the keto carnivore paleo world, the mission is money. The mission is getting more testing because there's a lot of money in that. Has it been able to absolutely predict? And then you do this change, and then we can tell you when and how you're going to get disease and die. We can't. It's a money-making business.
Let's see.
Coconut sugar. What is coconut sugar any different than cane sugar? Or beet sugar? Or bee sugar?
Let's see. What do you think about the cephalatic phase insulin response, CPIR, of sweetener as an allulose? But first, can you explain what that even means? Cephalic phase.
What's insulin's job?
To make fat, to store fat.
To make fat, not store it.
Okay, to make it. Okay.
And it's a digestive enzyme that goes up when amino acids from proteins and simple sugars from glycans enter your bloodstream. And they touch the pancreatic islet cells, and the insulin goes to the liver to convert those things into fat. Their insulin's job is not to lower your sugar level. That's a consequence as long as you're not eating. And so I think that maybe you could talk a little bit more about this, Dr. Nelson. That and insulin, by the way, will go up a little bit even in the preparation to eat the food.
In Florida, going back to the previous question, the average CAC score is 100 to 150, but there's several places as low as $50. So look around. Most states, you don't need even the doctor's order to go to the CT scan center near you, and you can ask, what is your cash self-pay amount for this test? And then you decide whether you want to have it or not. Do you have to have it? That's another story. Yeah.
Own my labs.
Own your labs.
Well, the CAC score is a CT scan.
But own your labs. Through Own Your Labs, you should be able to get. I'm working with Dave Feldman that we want to make it through Kiltz Mighty Tribe. We have a button for Own Your Labs, and we will help you get any test you want at a discount.
And
so that's part of the Kiltz Health Marketplace we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
You get 10% off Own Your Labs with Dr. Kiltz code. And I can't remember right now if it's Dr. spelled out or Dr. Kiltz.
I think we need to just change them all to KMT. I think I'll start working on that.
Sometimes you cannot tell the people offering the code.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What to make it. So, but you can try both. You get 10% just by putting that on your checkout. You also get 10% if you allow them to use your numbers for their statistics without the personal health information. They won't know your name when it's used for that, but so you can get 20% discounted on your labs if you use the Dr. Kiltz code and agree to have your data.
You should be able to get a CT angiogram, CAC score, a complete body MRI if you want, EKG, blood testing, ultrasounds, sperm count, semen analysis, all of these things. We're working to make it accessible for you. And then the next level is, hey, I need an antibiotic or I need something. We're working on that. It's going to be our next level through KMT, but we got a little ways to go on that.
Now, if this is true, I don't have space in my freezer.
Yeah, well, the freezer is on sale too.
I'm going to have to buy a new freezer. That's a great price. Basically, you buy the New York roast. Well, it's almost the same price as a ribeye, but
just get one of those big ones. It's like a trunk.
I have a full stand-up, not as big as Dr. Kiltz freezers in his garage, but
I've got like 3 of them now.
Yeah.
Someone would like me to do a recap on my carnivore story. So let me make this fast. I will not go through all of the gory details. I will just go through the improvements very fast. Endometriosis pain cleared up in 21 days on carnivore after suffering my entire life. Eczema cleared up within about 6 months. 12 days in, 85% reduced chronic back pain that I had for 20 years. Eyesight improved. C-section scar after 5 years that never healed in 3 months on carnivore. Low emotions all the time. Feeling crazy from Hashimoto's. All these things cleared up within like 3 weeks, by the way, on a carnivore diet. And insomnia went away. People say, I don't need to sleep so much on carnivore. I'm so happy that I can sleep quickly.
Basically, every disease is a poisoning by a plant protein low-fat diet. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Simple.
I think the craziest, how is your skin not heal after 5 years after a C-section? Like still having a wound, like did not fully closed. Yes, I should have saw a doctor, apparently.
And
people were telling me.
Pelvic endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, cervical dysplasia, and early and late stage cancers, vulvar vaginal disorders, tubal disease, ovarian disease, all secondary to bowel inflammation from a plant protein low fat diet.
Yes. I like this question, Dr. Kiltz. If a pregnant woman craves and eats sweets all pregnancy, how does this affect the baby?
Well, it makes the baby basically become an addicted organism and basically have withdrawal initially, and then you wind up feeding him a bunch of sugar. And so
it could be born 1 to 3 pounds bigger than it should be.
Or more, actually.
Or more.
Probably even more than that. Remember, what's the job of the liver in a baby? Same thing as it is in all of us. It's to make fat out of amino acids and simple sugars. Think about it. Sodas and juices and fruit consumed every day is just a ton of simple sugar. And your baby, it affects the brain and every organ system of the body. I mean, did Coca-Cola exist 50,000 years ago? Pepsi, Sprite?
I don't know. I wasn't around. You tell me.
I wasn't there, right?
I was told by my midwife, if the baby wasn't moving and I was worried, I should drink a cold Coke.
Can you let your baby
all wives' tales?
Can you at least let your baby rest a little bit?
What a great idea. Like when it's in the belly so you can feel it kicking.
All deadly. All deadly. All deadly. We've created a very deadly environment.
Is there a code for Own Your Labs? Yes, we will track down if it's Dr. Kiltz spelled out or Dr. Kiltz. You can try both.
You can try
Own Your
both.
Labs.
It will take the right one.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Bill Cook was 16 pounds, 7 ounces when he was born. That's a big baby. Wow. Wow.
And these are happening more and more today. Maternal morbidity mortality has gone up. Fetal and infant morbidity mortality is going up. And it's the continuous plant protein, low fat diet, and drink your calories.
All right, I have the answer. Is Dr. Kiltz spelled out? DOCTORKILTZ. All right. And you'll get exactly 10% off your price at checkout. So Dr. Kiltz spelled out.
Are all of us going to be
I
in
don't
Chicago?
know what we're going to try to be in Chicago. We'll see what the dates are. We'll do our best.
I'm doing 725 because you're already going to be in Chicago, Dr. Kiltz. That's why we're doing Chicago. You're going to be there for a reproductive conference. So this is the day before.
Yeah.
This is the day before. I'm going to try to be there. I will try to be there, Dr. Nelson. Oh, but here's who else is going to be in Chicago. Jenny Middich is going to be in Chicago. I've reached out to Dr. Hampton. We'll see what he says because he lives in Chicago. Chris DeLeese, Chris Cooking Nashville, and his wife are coming, and they're going to do a performance for us. A musical performance. Yeah.
That by itself is not
an awesome reason. Yeah, that's not nothing. That's amazing.
And now we'll have a performance by
I'm working on a new book, another daily intention inspiration. So it begins with wonder. I've got to find wonder why. Hook reflection. Your life is not ordinary. You wake each day as a spark of the divine, capable of shaping reality with intention. Begin with wonder, the awareness that God moves through you. And the first practice, so there's going to be a little practicality coming in my new book. It's breathe deeply 3 times, and each time you do, whisper, thank you for this day. Breathe in through the nose and thank you for this day. Breathe in through the nose and thank you for this day. Breathe in through the nose and thank you for this day. And you affirm that I rise with wonder, courage, and gratitude. And I'm putting in a biblical quote from all the Bibles of the world. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Psalms 118:24. And I'm going to put in an image that basically shines, light spills over the horizon, reminding the world that hope returns with every dawn. And what does wonder feel like to you in your body? And write it down, shout it out, share it with the world. That's what we're here to do. And create your own blog, your own books, your own music. That's what we're all here to do. Make lots of mistakes. I'm well known for that.
Can you answer this, Dr. Nelson? Because New York is New York.
So if you live in New York State, and even if you travel on your lab set, they cannot accept your order. That's because the state of the laws of each state regarding this are different, and New York doesn't allow patients to order anything themselves.
So you don't live in New York. Get yourself an address out of New York, like Florida, Nevada. And, that's the problem with New York is trying to be protective of everyone. So I sleep well, by the way. I take naps, right?
That's awesome.
I have ADHD, OCD.
I have no proof that he ever sleeps, but
You get up and go to work. I get up at 2 or 3 o'clock. I go to bed sometimes at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, mostly 9 o'clock. I take naps during the day, 10 minutes. I go to work. And by the way, all these things are part of our lives. I'm hoping to have this book out in January. Just give me a quick. I'm using a little bit of ChatGPT to put it together with me, which it follows exactly my. And I have a book on daily inspirations already out. You can go online and get this already, and Dr. Nelson's got his copy of the Intention book.
yes, and I was at the public library just the other day, and they have a few of your books online. Your public library, you don't have to even go into the library. Nowadays, you can borrow digital books, and you will find some of Dr. Kiltz's book even in the public libraries. Not all of them, but most of those books endure. I mean, they are, they don't expire. It's not this type of books, especially inspirational or mindset and all those things are things that endure. So you can probably also find. Do you have a list of all your books, Dr. Kiltz? Somewhere?
Yes, Ollie has it, and
Okay.
all of
It's on
our
the
books
website.
should be a free digital download on Kiltz Health. All of our
Yes.
books should be a free or link to go buy a copy. I like to write in them, and that's kind of what I love to do. Yes, and we should have in each book. We can add this to it, which we probably can do anytime. Is add into the book a list of all of our other books, and the books I'm working. Christ Carnivore, I got that one is just about done, and I'm working on the next one.
Alia, please read the question.
Would you recommend a keto diet for someone with tricuspid artesia and heart failure in 30s, ejection fraction below 40?
My answer is a one-word answer. Yes.
Would you recommend carnivore over keto as the actual best therapeutic diet because it eliminates the plant toxins that and the additional fermentation that may come with the keto concept?
I would, but just answering his or her question.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's there's science behind higher ketones and heart disease. You can do a little bit of searching, and guess what? Some of the diabetes medications that are now also indicated for heart failure and other heart problems is because they end up increasing your ketone production. Who knew, huh? But yes, heart failure, look at Kerry Mann's channel. He'll tell you all about it. And yes,
glycation, all plant sugars, most plant sugars are foreign sugars to humans. And I think they're contributing to all of our problems. And how prevalent are female problems in an adult? I mean, they're significant. It's greater than 50, probably 70 to 80%. I mean, what percentage of adults in their 50s, 60s, and 70s are on pharmaceutical medications or even on over-the-counter medications?
temperature is going down in Deltona from 46 to 42.
I'm getting used to the really cold stuff, so that when I'm down there and the 19 degrees hits Florida, I'm already used to it.
That's why I live at the equator. It's 75 degrees outside.
In the mountains.
In the mountains, yes. All right. Well, this has been a extremely fun live stream. Let's do the giveaway. Hashtag KMT. Everyone can toss it in there now. I mean, if you want to, if you haven't yet.
Hashtag KMT to be a winner. You're already a winner anyway.
Yeah, everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner already. Every day up at 5 with Peter, Papa Carnivore. And I do my meal at night, by the way. I think that's the very best time. It's food freedom.
Hey, Barb, congratulations.
Yeah.
You just won a t-shirt. Please email me, alia@drkiltz.com, and we will get you a t-shirt. And the email is alia@drkiltz.com.
Variety's deadly. Right, Peter?
Barb is great.
Barb's amazing.
Dr. Kiltz, want to take this last question quickly?
Yeah. Your weight, I'm at my goal weight, 190 down from 3. Wow. How do you reset the body's weight set point? You look at the body's going to have minor changes, and then depending on the circumstances coming in the world, you may want to be heavier than you are, but that's why I maintain it by I pretty much eat the same amount of food. I do my fasting. I do my walking in weights. I do about 2 to 3 miles of walking every day, every other day. I do light weights, 100 push-ups. But mindset is number one. My body is perfect and beautiful, whatever size it is, and that's it. But your set point, it depends on the environment. Because if your brain is like, okay, I've got to go on a 1,000-mile journey and there's no food for 1,000 miles, how fat do you want to be? Mm-hmm. That's an interesting one. But I would say that it is already reset. My perfect weight is 190 pounds and I'm healthy and well. And I eat this. You don't go back. You can never go back to that old way of living and eating. It'll put you. That's what happens with Atkins and all these people doing surgeries to get gastric bypass or GLP-1s. These are not long-term solutions. Keto carnivore is king. Go walking, lift some weights. What I love to do is I'll actually get on the floor and roll around on the floor, and it'll work to get up without using my arms and hands. And I remember in school, I used to always going out to the monkey bars, they called them. Mm-hmm. They still call them monkey bars?
They do.
And it's the best thing. We gotta move. We got to get back to doing the things that we did as a child, and we got to do them in our young ages, right? Our young beautiful ages.
Follow Rick's advice. Don't go back to the duck food.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Okay, see you guys later. Goodbye. See you Monday.
Bye all. Love you guys.